black eye club?
The last meeting, Trump and Elon had you saw Elon had that black eye. I don't know if you noticed that. And you look, there's different politicians and members of loyalty. After something happens or something's about to happen, they'll show up with a black eye. So they're saying that it's like some sort of like initiation or ritualistic thing, like humiliation.
Yeah, and my question is,
presidential abuse. Definitely can't be that.
If you're the richest man in the world and you're in the White House, you're in the Oval Office getting interviewed.
Yeah.
Nationwide television, universal.
Get some makeup.
Get some makeup.
Yeah.
That's a personal decision. That's an intentional decision to not.
He wants to show that he's in the club.
That would be
or
the only
has
thing.
to show.
Is there any other people that?
There's like Prince Andrew,
okay,
who was tied to Epstein.
Yep.
And there's just other politicians that were. It's like the same type of black eye.
Did he address why I don't know.
He said his son hit him,
which is crazy,
dude.
My son's hit
that
me.
Kid's got some freaking hands, brother. It would take a lot for a 4-year-old to put a shiner on somebody in the exact spot that every other person of power.
Oh, he's leaning into it.
Interesting.
It's also interesting that you could also say X when he's like, you could be meaning like maybe it's a metaphor for the company. Something that he's doing.
Or his robot.
I myself, I nearly got initiated into the prophetic kingdom of darkness. They gave me this golden walking stick. You have seen them with these golden walking sticks, and you have been wondering, is it because they can't balance when they are walking? Is it because they have become of age? Or is it fashion? It's not. All these mysterious jewelry elements or instruments that you see them carrying, from the golden rings that have that red topping that I explained to you that it has a dried sample of blood, to the swords that you see them carrying when they are making declarations, to the belts, to the chains, gold chains, and these walking sticks. All these are spiritual items that connects you, covenanted spiritual items that cements your relationship with the occultic kings of darkness. Jerry Easer and Joshua Selman finished their own initiation by receiving those swords from Duncan Williams. Ever since they took them, have you seen how fast their ministries are growing? Have you seen how influential Jerry Easer is constantly becoming? Have you seen how Joshua Selman is dominating in the industry? My people, let me tell you a short story. I've always said this, but people misunderstand me. The prophetic is a diabolical movement. And I don't say this out of bitterness. Neither do I say it to pull down your prophets, your men of God. I have no personal vendetta against them. But I'll tell you this for a fact. It has nothing to do with what you think it stands for. The prophetic has destroyed lives. The prophetic is destroying lives. When I say the prophetic, I'm referring to the movement of prophets, the so-called prophets. You see them as servants of God. They've made you believe that they are servants of God. But they are just a misrepresentation of the actual reality that you perceive them to be standing for. These men are part of a system that is diabolic. I'll give you a quick insight about what nearly happened to me. Have you ever had the world dangled in your face? Have you ever had riches, wealth dangled in your face? Power, influence dangled in your face? Just like the scenario of Jesus Christ in the wilderness, when he was approached by the devil and was tempted to bow down to him so that he can have access, control, and riches of the world. I was in that very same position at one point in my life. This story is quite long, but I'll just try to shorten it so that you can have an insight of what we talk about when we refer to the prophetic. Most of you are familiar with the walking stick. There are so many elements that you get to receive when you join this movement of the prophetic. So many different instruments that most of you don't even understand what they stand for. In my previous video, we spoke about the ring, the one that has a red knob on top, that most of you perceive to be a marble, or some they say, no, it's a purple marble, it's part of a jewelry, whatnot. You don't know what you're talking about. Might look purple, but what is inside? Let's leave the ring aside. They have a walking stick. They have belts. They have some chains that they put all over their waist. Some even have neck pieces. If you don't pay close attention to some of the jewelries that they wear, the symbols on the jewelries, you may not understand, because most of you observe them from a distance. But I was at a stage whereby I was handed over a stick, the walking stick, that had a golden knob. It was pure gold. I won't mention who handed it over to me or who gifted me that walking stick. Honestly speaking, I admired the people that I used to see with these walking sticks. Some of them, they use them for, to those of you who know walking sticks are for those people that can't really balance. They are barely used for fashion. They are barely used as a style. But when it comes to the prophetic, they symbolize something that is deeper than it just being a walking stick. It's not just a symbol. You see the entire tube of the walking stick and that knob, you can literally unscrew it. It's heavy. And you're not allowed to shade or to hand it over to anyone. The man who gave me, he told me, you know what, this is a special gift that I'm giving to you. He's a very powerful man. This is a special gift that I'm giving to you. But listen, I would not be happy if I'm to see it with anyone else. So I'd rather you just hold on to it with jealousy. It means so much to me, and I'm giving it to you. Please keep it so safe. Never let it in the hands of any other person. It brought me luck in my life. So I'm hoping that it brings luck in your life as well. But if it changes hands, it might divert the luck that is supposed to come your way, the fortunes that are supposed to come your way. So I would rather have you keep it to yourself. Never let any other person get hold of it. This stick is very spiritual. It was prayed for by very, very powerful men of God. So he said. And I believed him. I took the stick. I always had it. I can tell you one thing about these occultic systems. They are well connected. They have a network of powerful people. If you're in their system, you don't lack. There's no door that I couldn't open. There's nothing that I longed for that I couldn't have. There's no connection that I did not have. Business-wise, your life becomes like it's on autopilot. You're literally just attracting all these beautiful things that we consider to be beautiful things, that we consider to be representations of success. You drive with an entire entourage. You walk around with 8 bodyguards. Not because there's anyone who's out there to harm you, but the money that you will be accumulating, it'll be too much that you just feel like it's necessary for you to have this kind of presence wherever you go. So I had this stick for 1 or 2 months.
Of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein. More than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Though exactly what they say is difficult to understand as they discuss the women and their appearances, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot." And then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter. But as the president